Ram Ram, this is Balkand, part number 20. We're going to start with Doha 127. शंभु दीन उपदेश हित नहीं नारदही सुहान भारद्वाज कौतुक सुनहु हरि इच्छा बलवान। चौपाई। राम कीन चाहही सोई होई करे अन्यथा अस नहीं कोई। शंभु वचन मुनि मन नहीं भाए तब बिरंची के लोक सिधाए। एक बार करतल बर बीना गावत हरि गुणगान प्रबीना। क्षीर सिंधु गवने मुनिनाथा जस बस श्रीनिवास श्रुति माथा। हर्षि मिले उठी रमा निकेता बैठे आसन ऋषि ही समेता। बोले बिहसी चराचर राया बहुते दिनन कीन मुनिदाया। कामचरित नादर नारद सब भाषे जदवि प्रथम बरजी शिव राखे। अति प्रचंड रघुपति कै माया जेहि न मोह अस को जग जाया। Now we have Doha number 128. रूख बदन करी बचन मृदु बोले श्री भगवान तुमरे सुमिरन ते मिटही मोह मार मदमान। चौपाई। सुन मुनि मोह होई मन ताके ज्ञान विराग हृदय नहीं जाके। ब्रह्मचरज व्रत रत मति धीरा तुम्ही की करई मनो भव पीरा। नारद कहेयु सहित अभिमाना कृपा तुम्हारी सकल भगवाना। करुणानिधि मन दीख विचारी उर अंकुरेउ गर्भ तरु भारी। बेगी सो मैं डारी हूँ उखारी पन हमार सेवक हितकारी। मुनिकर हित मम कौतुक होई अवसि उपाय करबी मैं सोई। तब नारद हरिपद सिर नाई चले हृदय अहमिति अधिकाई। श्रीपति निज माया तब प्रेरी सुनहु कठिन करनी तेहि केरी। Then we have Doha number 129. बिरचयु मग महु नगर तेहि सत जोजन विस्तार। श्रीनिवासपुर ते अधिक रचना प्रभित प्रकार। चौपाई। बसही नगर सुंदर नर नारी जनु बहु मन सिज रति तनुधारी। तेहि पुर बसई सील निधि राजा अगणित हय गय सेन समाजा। सत सुरेश सम विभव विलासा रूप तेज बल नीति निवासा। विश्व मोहिनी तासु कुमारी श्री विमोह जिसु रूपु निहारी। सोई हरि माया सब गुण खानी शोभा तासु की जाई बखानी। करई स्वयंवर सो नृप बाला आय तह अगणित महिपाला। मुनि कौतुकी नगर तेहि गययु पुरबासी सब पूछत भययु। सुनी सब चरित भूप गृह आए करी पूजा नृप मुनि बैठाए। दोहा नंबर 130. आनी दिखाई नारदही भूपति राजकुमारी। कहु नाथ गुण दोष सब एहि के हृदय विचारी। चौपाई। देखी रूप मुनि बिरती बिसारी बड़ी बार लगी रहे निहारी। लक्षण तासु बिलो के भुलाने हृदय हर्ष नहीं प्रगट बखाने। जो इहि बरई अमर सोई होई समर भूमि तेहि जीत न कोई। सेवहि सकल चराचर ताहि बरई सील निधि कन्या जाहि। लक्षण सब बिचारी उर राखे कछुक बनाई भूप सन भाषे। सुता सुलक्षण कही नृप पाही नारद चले सोच मन माही। करौ जाई सोई जतन बिचारी जेहि प्रकार मोहि बरे कुमारी। जब तब कछु न होई तेहि काला हे विधि मिलई कवन विधि बाला। दोहा नंबर 130. एहि अवसर चाहिया परम शोभा रूप विशाल। जो बिलो की रीछे कुंवारी तब मैलय जयमाल। चौपाई। हरिसन मागो सुंदरताई होहि जात गरहु अति भाई। मोरे हित हरि सम नहीं कऊ ए अवसर सहाय सोई हो। बहुविधि बिनया कीन तेहि काला, प्रगटेयु प्रभु कौतुकी कृपाला। प्रभु बिलोकी मुनि नयन जुड़ाने, होए ही काजू ही हर्षाने। अति आरती कही कथा सुनाई, करहु कृपा करी होहु सहाई। आपन रूप देहु प्रभु मोहि, आनी भांति नहीं पावो ओहि। जेहि विधि नाथ होई हित मोरा, करहु सो बेगी दास मैं तोरा। निज माया बल देखी बिसाला, हिय हंसी बोले दीन दयाला। And now we have Doha number 132. जेहि विधि होय ही परम हित नारद, सुनहु तुम्हार, सोई हम करब न आन, कछु बचन न मृषा हमार। चौपाई। कुपथ माग रुज व्याकुल रोगी, बैद न दई सुनहु मुनि जोगी। एहि विधि हित तुम्हार मैं ठहु, कही अस अंत रहित प्रभु भययु। माया बिबस भय मुनि मूढ़ा, समुझी नहीं हरि गिरा निगूढ़ा। गवने तुरत तहाँ ऋषि राई, जहाँ स्वयंवर भूमि बनाई। निज निज आसन बैठे राजा, बहु बनाव करी सहित समाजा। मुनिमन हर्ष रूप अति मोरे, मोहि तजी आनहि बरही न भोरे। मुनि हित कारण कृपा निधाना, दीन कुरूप न जाई बखाना। सो चरित लखी काहू न पावा, नारद जानी सबही सिर नावा। All right, so these were dohas from 127 to 132 in Avdi. And now I'm going to do the recitation of the translation. And just to recap, Narad has this is a story that has begun where Shiva is telling Parvati how Lord Ram took form of a human being and came on the earth to help out the devotees. And this is one of the stories that he mentioned, and Parvati wanted to know more because he said that once Narad cursed Lord Vishnu, and due to that, Lord Vishnu had to incarnate as Lord Ram and come on the earth, live as a mortal. So that was very surprising for Parvati to hear, because Narad cursing Vishnu was something nobody could even imagine, because Narad was that ultimate devotee of Lord Vishnu. And so the story begins with Narad going to this place which is so beautiful, and it is among it's up in the mountains, and there are beautiful trees and flowers and birds and bees. And so he is so enamored by the beauty of that he falls in this deep trance, meditative trance, thinking and meditating on the Lord Vishnu's name. And Lord Indra, one of the deities, who is many a times portrayed as someone who is powerful and yet has this very manipulative streak in him, and he is also very insecure. So when he sees Narad in that trance, in that deep meditative trance, he gets scared, and he sends Kamdev, the god of love, to break his trance. But Kamdev, along with his, the celestial damsels, are not able to do that, and they bow their heads to Narad and they ask for forgiveness, and Narad forgives them. So Narad has completely been able to control his sensual desires, and not been affected by the powers of the god of love, Kamdev, and is very proud of himself for that. He tells Shiva about this, and Lord Shiva tells him that is wonderful indeed. However, I beg you, do not mention this to Lord Vishnu. So that was the end of the last video. Let's get started with Doha number 127. Wholesome was the advice given by Shambhu, but it did not please Narada. Bharadvaja, now here, what interesting thing happened. Now again, this is the This is the second layer of the storytelling where Yagyavalkya is relating the story to Bharadwaja. So Bharadwaja is being mentioned here. Sage Bharadwaja. Now here, what interesting thing happened? The will of Hari is predominant. Chaupai. The will of Sri Ram alone prevails. There is no one who can alter it. Shambhu's advice fell flat on the sage. He then went to the abode of Brahma, the creator, singing the glories of Sri Hari to the accompaniment of his excellent veena. It's a string instrument that he is seen holding in almost all the pictures. The lord of the sages, Narada, was skilled in music, reached the abode of Vishnu. So he went to Brahma's abode first, and then while singing Vishnu's praises, he finally reached Vishnu's abode, Vaikuntha, where dwells the abode of Lakshmi, Bhagwan Narayana, who is Vedanta, the crown of all Vedas. So abode of Lakshmi and Narayana, personified. The abode of Ram rose to meet him in great joy and shared his seat with the sage. The Lord of the entire creation, animate as well as inanimate, said with a smile, "It is after a long time that you have showed me this favor, reverend sir." Narada told him all the doings of the god of love, even though Shiva had already forbidden him to do so. Most formidable is the Maya of the Lord of the Raghus. No one was ever born in this world who is beyond its charm. So the Maya, the deluding potency, or the potency of the delusion created by Lord himself is so strong that nobody has been able to overcome it. And that was the thing that was capturing Narad's mind and filling it with ego. And that was the thing that did not allow him to stop before telling the story to Lord Vishnu, in spite of the fact that Shiva had already asked him not to do that. Doha number 128. With an impassive look, yet in coaxing accents, the Lord said, "By your very thought, self-delusion, lust, arrogance, and pride disappear." So how can any of those things ever affect you? When people think of you, they get rid of these negative qualities. So how can these negative qualities ever affect your brain? So I'm not surprised that the god of love was not able to break your trance. Chaupai, O sage, the mind of him alone is susceptible to delusion, whose heart is devoid of wisdom and dispassion. You are steadfast in your vow of celibacy and resolute of mind. You can never be smitten with pangs of love. Narada replied with a feeling of pride, "Lord, it is all due to your grace." The compassionate Lord pondered and saw that a huge tree of ego and pride had sprouted in Narada's heart. He thought, "I shall soon tear it up by roots, for it is my vow to serve the best interest of my devotees. I must contrive some plan which may do good to the sage and serve as a diversion for me." Then bowing his head at the feet of Sri Hari, Narada departed. The pride in his heart had swelled up even more after telling the story to Lord of the Raghus. The Lord of Lakshmi, or Lord of the Raghus, again, there are going to be several names used to address the same deity. So I'm going to try and give the alternate name so that the confusion is minimal. The Lord of the Lakshmi / Vishnu / Lord of the Raghus. That's going to be the incarnation. Then set his Maya into operation. Now hear of her relentless doing. Hear of Maya's relentless doings. Doha number 129. The Lord's Maya created on the way a city, on the way of Narada, a city with an area of 800 square miles. The manifold architectural beauties of that city excelled even those of Vishnu's own capital, Vaikuntha. So this city that was created and manifested by Maya into Narada's path was even more prettier than Vaikuntha itself. Chapai. It was inhabited by graceful men and women, as if God of love and his wife Rati had taken up so many incarnations. A king, Silanidhi by name, ruled over that city. He owned numberless horses, elephants, and troops. He possessed the grandeur and luxury of 100 Indras and was a repository of grace, splendor, might, and wisdom. He had a daughter, Vishwa Mohini by name, whose beauty enraptured even Lakshmi. She was no other than Sri Hari's own Maya, the fountainhead of all virtues. Who can describe her charm? The princess was going to marry by self-choice. Hence, kings beyond number arrived there as suitors. The sportive sage Narada entered the city and inquired everything from the people. Hearing all that had been going on there, he found his way to the king's palace. The king paid him homage and gave him a seat. Doha number 130. The king brought and showed the princess to Narada and said, "Tell me after a mature thought about her virtues and shortcomings." Chopai. Seeing her beauty, the sage forgot all about his chastity vow and the predisposition of dispassion that was his practice, that was he himself, dispassion, and remained gazing on her for a very long time. When he read the auspicious marks on her body, he was lost in reverie. He was gladdened at heart, but he would not openly mention the happy qualities of the girl. He thought to himself, "He who weds this girl shall become immortal, and no one shall be able to conquer him in battle. He whom Silanidhi's daughter selects for her lord shall be adored by the entire creation, both animate and inanimate." Having read these qualities, the sage kept them to himself and mentioned a few fabricated ones to the king. Telling the king that his daughter was of good promise, Narada left. He thought within himself, "Let me devise and try some means whereby the princess may choose me for her husband." He had no more zeal to practice japa, muttering of the sacred formulas. So Narada was otherwise always saying the name of Lord Vishnu, Narayan, Narayan. That was his constant jap that he would do. But he had no more interest in practicing that or practicing austerity. He thought to himself, "Good God, how should I get that girl?" Doha number 131. What is needed on this occasion is a great personal charm and surpassing beauty, whereby the princess may be enamored of me and place the flower necklace of victory around my neck. He continued thinking. Chapai. Let me ask Sri Hari for a gift of beauty. But much time will be lost in going to him. Yet I have no such friend as Hari. Let him, therefore, come to my rescue at this time. Then Narada prayed in manifold ways, and the sportive and merciful Lord appeared before him. The sight was soothing to the sage's eyes. He was glad at heart and felt assured that his objective would now be accomplished. In great humility, he told the Lord all that had happened and said, "Be gracious to me and be good enough to help me. Lord, bestow me your own beauty. In no other way can I get her. Speedily do that which may serve my best interests. Speedily do that which may serve my best interests. Very important line. I am your servant, my lord. Seeing the mighty power of his Maya, the Lord, who is compassionate to the poor, smiled to himself and said, Doha 132, Narada, listen to me. I shall do that alone which is good to you, and nothing good for you, and nothing else. My words can never be untrue. Chaupai. O contemplative ascetic, if a patient distracted by his malady, distracted by his pain, asks for something which is harmful to him, the doctor would not give it to him. In a like manner, I have resolved on doing what is good for you. So saying that, the Lord disappeared. Under the spell of his Maya, the sage was so mystified that he could not understand such an unambiguous dialogue of Sri Hari. Let me say that again. Under the spell of his Maya, the sage was so mystified that he could not understand such unambiguous words of Sri Hari. The chief of seers hastened to the spot where the arena for the choice marriage had been prepared. Richly adorned, the royal suitors had occupied their respective seats, each with his followers. The sage was glad at heart, for he thought within himself, My beauty is so surpassing that the princess will never commit the error of choosing anyone else than me. However, for the sage's own benefit, the gracious Lord had made him hideous beyond description. Interestingly enough, no one could see that change in him. Everyone recognized him as Narada and greeted him as such. And with that, we've come to the end of this video. And it's such an interesting story that I don't want to leave it midway. And yet, if I try to complete it, it's going to make this video extremely long. And then, of course, downloading and uploading and all of that becomes more complicated. So I'm going to keep this video short, and we'll continue with the story in the next video. Ram Ram.